Can I get a TLDR? So I've been live for a total of 32 seconds. And when you sent that message, it was about 29. What do you mean TLDR? Hello, Buggy. How are you doing, Twin? I've noticed that Retro is now beating Buggy to streams, which is kind of crazy. I remember when Buggy was undefeated. I'm purple today. Did you notice? She's purple for an amazing reason. Yo, I'm making burger? That sounds so fire. That sounds so fire. I'm hungry today. I've eaten 2 meals technically, but they were both kind of small, so I'm still hungry. Why is she purple? She's purple for an amazing reason. Wow. Wow. Hello, Sharky. Hello, Sokar. Hello, Buggy. Hello, Oman. Hello, Retro. I noticed that your ginger hair is shorter. Wow. Well, it's not ginger, but it is shorter. Hi, Fat Seal. Hello, Sino. It's good to see you, Twin. How are you doing? Purple equals woke. The woke has won. Do you want the leftover bacon? I might get tarred and feathered for saying this, but I don't like bacon. Blue kiwi, she's blue for an even better reason. It's actually purple, but close enough, close enough. Hello, Vane. Hello, Gonku. Hello, Magical Woodlander. Hello, Silverdown. I got a new haircut. Proceeds to look like a homeless person. Hello, Makipixel. Thank you, Twin. How do I say your name? Yeah, we feathering you. Okay. Alright, someone else gets the bacon then. I just realized that I can make my light whatever color I want. Look, I can do red, green. Wait. I can change the shade of green. Okay, this is more blue now. Now it's blue. Hello, gum on the wall. Is the haircut in the room with us? How are we all doing on a scale from 1 to 10? 1 being terrible, 10 being amazing. Be honest. Wow, new lighting. What's the hand thing that you do? This? The hay shatling? Dev esoteric. Only some bacon is okay. So I know I've had like maybe 2 specific bacons in my entire life that I enjoyed. So some bacon is good, but most of it isn't. She is purple because she can guard break. Fat Seal is on a 3-stream streak. Homeless kiwi. Okay. Pixel? Okay. She always looked homeless. 25 torture sessions. Yo, Sokar, I'm glad you consider stream to be a session of torture. Hello, EU1. How do I say your name, Twin? Saver down, you're doing an 11 out of 10. That is wonderful to hear, my friend. Def been doing a 6. Okay, pretty good. I hope the number improves. Pixel, you're doing a 9. Hello, Racco. Your hair looks cool. Thank you, Twin. At least some of us know how to be positive. 5 out of 10, a wasp stung me for the first time in my life today. I am sorry to hear that. That sounds so terrifying. I have a crippling phobia of bugs, and I'll freak out if a bee lands on me. Like, not even stings me, lands on me. So a whole ass wasp stinging me sounds terrifying. I've been not watching streams for like, I don't know, 1 week? 10 out of 10, I had an off-screen week. Great week overall. That sounds awesome, Vane. Are you saying that you didn't go on screens for the week? Like no devices? What does that mean specifically? Buggy, have fun, Twin. The Costco bacon is good. I'm just not a fan. What can I say? Can I have your hair clippings? Okay. I was deadass minding my own business and it stung me on my upper arm for no reason. Icky. 11 out of 10 is an overstatement. It's a 6 out of 7. Okay. Hornets low-key terrifying. I agree. I'm scared of bees, bro. Literal bees. I am scared of literal bees. I was deadass minding my own business and it stung me for no reason. And then Sino says, no, it's never for no reason. TS is devastating though. I would trust Sino. Did you guys know that Sino is like a wizard when it comes to species? And I know that he enjoys wasps specifically, right? Like, you know quite a bit about them. I would actually trust his judgment. Hello, evil orange draws. Alright, bro. Dead naming is crazy. How are you doing today on a scale from 1 to 10? 1 being terrible, 10 being amazing, be honest. Wow. You did the intro correctly. Hello, Castanetero. I'm doing pretty good today. I'm doing pretty good. Maybe like a 8 out of 10? 8 or 9? I'm doing solid. I got a haircut for the first time by myself because I haven't gotten one in actual years. And I talked, and I seemed very not autistic. I kind of popped off. And can't you see, it looks kind of funny, but can you tell? Can you tell that it's slightly shorter? And the ends are much cleaner as well. They used to be all frizzy and icky. And now they're much cleaner. And now it looks like I have a weird sort of bob going on in the back. I reorganized my sleep and you stream at 4 a.m. Oh. I'm scared of horses. Horses, but not in the phobia way. Horses. That's interesting. Why are you scared of horses, Silverdown? I fear every bug that isn't a moth or a butterfly. Oh, I even fear butterflies and moths. Like, there's been a moth in my room a couple times. Terrifying. I can't do anything. I can't function in my room. I can't sleep. I can't film. I can't do anything if there's a moth in my room. Some wasps are chill, but many are evil and hate me. Dr. Sino Gregory House. Yes, Unc, we see the cut. Okay. I once had 67 bees try to eat me at once, but I fought back and won. That's nice, Sharky. That's nice. Wasps are like wolves if they were teeny tiny and drink sugar water. Aww. Why can't I say wasps? What wasps are like wasps? Wait, try saying that right now. Wasps. Is it just me or is that like hard to say? In the summer I spent- oh wait. Hello, Ali. When did you get in here? Hello, Ahmed again. What were you saying? Nah, horse fear is completely justified, but they're so cute! In the summer I spend lots of time on my family's ranch. There's a wasp nest near the mango trees. Going there is a gamble. That sounds terrifying. Hello, Ali the Aussie. Sweetie Pepper is on a 5-stream streak. W, sweetie. I know, butterflies are chill. I don't like being afraid of them. I don't like it. It's really annoying. I want to like them. Ladybugs are one of the few species of bug. I don't know if that's the proper terminology, but you know what I'm saying. That I can stand. I'm not terrified of ladybugs, and I can hold it. But once it starts flying, I can hear this peeling off. Are you gonna stay? Once it starts flying, then I get scared. But like, I can tolerate them. I want to get to that point with butterflies, because if a butterfly landed on me, I would be scared. Equine-related injuries are horrendous, even though they're malicious. Oh, not malicious. Okay, I was gonna say, what? Like, horses malicious? I totally understand that. Like, isn't cleaning the back hooves of a horse really dangerous? Because if they kick, you're cooked. Hello. The notif hasn't gone out yet. Fine. Oh wait, it did! Rare W from the bot in my Discord server? That's like the first time it's announced my stream in ages. No. I once had a friend that fed wasps little pieces of meat each morning. Hello, Fallen under stars. How are you doing, Twin, on a scale from 1 to 10? 1 being terrible, 10 being amazing, be honest. Ali, how are you doing, Twin? Masume phobia. Kiwi, can you say Almer? You mean Almer? Why hair short? See, I didn't cut that much off. I didn't get that much cut off. Only like 2 inches. Whoa, okay, whoa. 2 inches is a ton, don't get me wrong. Like, that's plenty. I would say that's actually like maybe too much, right? Right, guys? That's like, why would anyone even need this much, right? I would say this is actually quite a lot. Say wasps, but repeat the last bit a bunch of times. It's impossible. You can't do it. Wasps. I did it. La 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 la. Hello, ligmatized at Taco Bell. La la la. Say Pinar in the chat if you WDev. How about you just say WDev? Their legs have the power to cause lethal brain trauma. Yeah, that's terrifying. That's like actually scary. But I'm not cleaning a horse's hooves, so like I'm not scared of them. I just wouldn't position myself right behind a horse. Bugs, however, I have an irrational fear. You're supposed to keep your hand on the horse's rear so it knows you're there and doesn't kick. Aww. Wait, so the horses actually like know not to kick because they don't want to hurt you? That's so cute. Hello, L. Uwu L. Greetings, twin. How are you doing on a scale from 1 to 10? 1 being terrible, 10 being amazing. Be honest. Kiwi, can you speak Arabic in a southern accent? I can't even speak Arabic. Marhaban. Marhaban. I think I did it. Was that good? Bro pulled out the tape measure. I love pulling random shit out from my inventory because my desk is so messy. The tape measures is one of my favorite things to whip out. I have a shot glass with boobs on it. I can show you that one too. 2 inches is a ton. That's what I'm saying, Sharky. WDev. They kick because they sense something behind but don't know what it is, so they freak out. Oh. Oh, so when you put your hand there, they know that there's something behind. Okay. You'd never catch me riding a horse. I might do it when I die. How are you gonna ride a horse if you're not alive? I went from thinking I'm trans femme my whole life to now thinking I might be a femboy. That's awesome, twin. Good luck in your journey. Shout out femboys. We all like femboys, right? Most animals can tell what will cause harm. Sometimes they just misjudge or get too spooked to realize, like people. Aww. But if they're familiar enough with you, they don't get scared. See, I would never take that risk. Because you never know. You never know. Even if there's a 0.00001% chance that the horse is going to kick, that's still a chance that I'm just going to get executed. Like, no. I keep a mini tape measure on my keys. I mean, why? But also based. Hello, haircut stream. Hello, Machina. How are you doing on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being terrible, 10 being amazing? Be honest. I'll ride heaven horses when I am surrounded by muscular, oily angel men. Oh. Kiwi, have you heard of Icelandic horses? No. You never know when you might need to measure something. That's very true. That's why I keep this bad boy handy. I want to talk about psychology. Somebody asked me a question about psychology or relationships. I've been in a very psychological mood lately. Especially, like, couples therapy-esque shit. My friend got stepped on his balls by a horse. How? How did he position himself? What? Holy moly, this burger is good. I'm so jealous. So jealous. I'm hungry, man. Like I said, I had 2 meals today, but they were both not big enough to satisfy my gluttony. Real, I always just walk out of range by the back instead of close by. Oh, wait, do you have horses? Kiwi, you should do US States tier list trust. That would actually be really fun. That would actually be really fun. Cater Monkey, I might do that. Is this your first time in a stream, Cater Monkey? Because I know you're in the Discord server all the time. Please elaborate. You can't just leave us hanging like this. Yeah, what? How do you get your balls stepped on by a horse? Like, are you... How are you positioning yourself in order to allow that to happen? Can you love multiple people romantically and commit to one of them? That's a question that I am not qualified to answer. What a good question, Silverdown. What a good question. I wondered the same thing about polyamorous relationships. I've said this before. As long as everybody is in the know and everybody is consenting, then it's fine. It's not cheating. But to me, especially as someone who has been cheated on multiple times, it doesn't click. It makes no sense. I could never be in a polyamorous relationship. Never. Are you a human or a cat? Cat. So, can you love multiple people romantically and commit to one of them? Are you saying, like, love multiple people, but then just decide to go with one of them and lose feelings for the others? Ever down? Again, I am wired very much for monogamy. And when I'm with somebody, it doesn't even click to be attracted to other people. Arizona #1. Alright, Elmont. Yeah, sure. Sure, buddy. Not mine, but they live here, yes. Oh. Why do people even get relationships? Because they can be very fulfilling. They can bring joy. For some people, it's just for tax benefits. For other people, it's a source of great fulfillment and happiness in life. I am in the latter category. Sino the furry farmer. Poly relationships. Exactly, Sokar. The wall is blue for an even better reason. She's purple for an amazing reason. Monogamous #1 here. No, that's definitely me. Definitely me. I'm not sure, I wasn't there, but I visited him in the hospital after, and I think he fell off the horse, and the horse continued. Oh. Wait, what? Your friend fell off the horse, and then the horse continued, and somehow stepped on his balls. But he still rides horses professionally. Good for him, bro. That like, struck fear into my heart just listening to the description. Right? Ouch. Goodness gracious. Do we have any polyamorous people in here? Bro's dedicated, no deadass. Polyamory is something that has always fascinated me. And I used to think, like, maybe it's because I'm autistic and I just get really used to one person and I couldn't comprehend getting outside of that routine and loving other people. But I see tons of autistic people who are polyamorous, so it's like, that's not the reason, then what is it? Kiwi, do you know what metacognition is? Isn't it thinking about thinking? Isn't metacognition thinking about thinking? If so, yes, and I do it all the time. I think you can definitely love multiple people and commit to one person. The question I'm wondering is how sustainable are those relationships? So, like, polyamory but you have a favorite? Or loving multiple people but you decide to go with one of them? I'm still a bit confused. Like a relationship that comes as a result of a past polyamorous group that then transforms into just one couple? Or one person loves multiple people and... Again, I'm the wrong person to ask, but this does spark an interesting discussion. For me, I'll speak like in terms of my current boyfriend, Dev. When I develop feelings for Dev, and I get with him, and we are a romantic item, and I am now devoted to this person, I couldn't even imagine liking other people. It's actually funny. I'm walking down the street, and, like, it doesn't even click. Other people don't even register as a possible romantic partner. It just doesn't make sense. Nobody does. I'm just so wired to be monogamous. And I'm also very jealous. I get jealous very easily. And like I said before, I've been cheated on. So I feel like I'm psychologically wired to be ultra monogamous, and it makes it hard for me to understand polygamy. She is now white for an amazing reason. And Kiwi has the audacity to say, why am I afraid of horses? Alright, well, have you had your balls stepped on by a horse? Because I feel like that's kind of uncommon. I've been in poly relationships and it works well for me if it doesn't get serious. Once it gets past the casual phase, it doesn't work for me. Oh yeah, that's another thing I was gonna say. Having a... Hello, Ryeuns. How do I say your name, twin? I'm sorry for butchering that. W. Hodgspin. That's another thing I was gonna say, because having a deep emotional connection to one person, you know, working on conflict resolution, couples therapy type shit, therapeutic tactics, learning to navigate life harmoniously is a lot of work, even with one person. So I always think, how the fuck are you gonna do that with multiple people? It seems so difficult. Hats off to those who can pull it off. La 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 la. I just watched some dude's 3-part college presentation on this shit. That's high-key aura. That's high-key aura. I should make a 3-hour-long video on metacognition. What's the writing on your t-shirt? I can see it. My nose is itchy. I'm not picking my nose. It's itchy. It says things you can buy with $100, and then there's a list. 11 albino hamsters. I think they can be sustainable, but it can lead to problems without very, very experienced people who are extremely secure. That makes a lot of sense. I would wither and die in a polyamorous relationship. I think it doesn't work for people like me who are super jealous and, I don't know, wired for monogamy. How does that preference come about? How is there a difference? How do some people prefer monogamy and some people prefer polygamy? Or is it polyamory? Am I using the wrong word? She's picking her nose. Okay. Polyamory is common in my country, but it's because some men marry more than one woman. It's allowed in Islam. That's why they do it, but I personally wouldn't do it. I don't like... And every time I hear about a man marrying multiple women, it's like... like, T-girl polycule? Man marrying multiple women? What's up, my favorite NPC? Hello, Marwan. How are you doing, twin? It is Kiwi. Do you have an example of metacognition you notice in yourself? Okay, so thinking about thinking. One example that I really like to stew on and talk about all the time is negativity bias. I like to think about how my thoughts are directing themselves, in what direction they're going, my thought patterns when it comes to perceiving everyday activities and events. I like to think and make sure that I'm interpreting things in a positive light rather than just being pessimistic. Does that make sense? That's one that I like to think about a lot. It's how am I perceiving this event? Am I being pessimistic? Am I being negative? I try to stay positive. But sometimes you have to lock in because being optimistic doesn't come naturally. Bye, twin. Mwah! What about buying Benjamin Franklin? I think that'd cost a little bit more than $100. Potentially. If I recall correctly, polygamy is multiple marriage, while polyamory is multiple relationships. Polygamy is usually illegal for tax reasons. Damn, what a shame. The lesbian jokes and men marrying multiple women are insane, bro. What does that mean? There's no wide known case, sadly. If you were in a polygamy marriage, how do you file tax? That's awesome, Kiwi. I think metacognition is very helpful for mental health. Agreed, Racco, agreed. I will never stop saying this. I think that everybody should be passionate about psychology to some extent. Because it impacts every single one of us for every single second of our lives. Why are you lesbian? Asking the fire questions. Because it's cool. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. I think metacognition is very helpful for mental health. I agree, Racco. Metacognition, just like focusing on your mind, focusing on your thought patterns, noticing your thoughts. Because it is very possible to be miserable despite positive circumstances. It's also possible to be happy despite unfortunate circumstances. So that's something that I really try to keep in mind. Our minds are very powerful. Some animals have also evolved to have both polyamorous and monogamous individuals, so it really depends on the person. I forget all the circumstances that it's helpful in, but like there's a list. Oh, interesting. I'm starting psychology at uni in a few months. Me too, twin. Me too. I haven't taken a psych class until now, and I'm so excited. And it's also in a few months. Dolphins are monogamous, but only in homosexual couples. Based? They also form thruples, also exclusively gay. Metacognition is when you think, hey, am I thinking? Right? I don't know. I think so. Again, the definition of metacognition that I've heard is thinking about thinking. So, how I see that is, I really like to think about cognitive distortions. That's one of my favorite types of metacognition, where you reflect on your own cognitive distortions. And again, I sound like a broken record. One of my favorite ones is the negativity bias, where we tend to interpret things more negatively or focus on the negative. I feel the same way about philosophy, TBH. Interrogating why you do things / think things are wrong is very important. You lost me there, twin. I hate philosophy. Hey, but to each their own, to each their own. Shout out dolphins. Aren't dolphins, like, scary? Isn't that just philosophy? Parker, which thing? Negativity bias? Negativity bias is not philosophy. Does it have a biological explanation? It certainly has an evolutionary explanation, but I don't know about biological. I wouldn't call it philosophy, though. I would not call it philosophy. Shout out dolphins. Yeah, they are. Okay, I heard this one story about a certain experiment with a dolphin, and it involved bad things, and it was icky and gross. Sino, do you know what I'm talking about? See, I'll never see dolphins the same. I used to like dolphins, and now I think they're weird and icky. Philosophy is interesting, bro, especially the fallacies. That's what I'm saying! I love fallacies. Fallacies. Wait, fallacies sounds the same as phallus. Crazy. I never realized that. Oh, philosophy. Wait, fallacies is part of philosophy? Isn't it just logic? This is outside of my jurisdiction, I'm confused. I think they meant metacognition twin. But they need to release the DSM-6 and 7. Hello, Hunt for the Cunt. That's good to see you, twin. I was about to agree with you. I was about to say, yes, so many of the diagnostic criteria are outdated. 6 and 7. Dolphins get high on pufferfish. Oh, I saw that as well. That's kind of silly. They have high sex drives. Yeah. Icky. Personally, thinking more about philosophy helped me get out of the right-wing rabbit hole. Oh, goodness gracious. So I'm a little biased. That makes sense. That one zookeeper? Side note, maybe? Like, it was so gross that I don't even want to talk about it. But I was just like, maybe he knows what I'm talking about. The dolphin sex caves? What? You know what? Don't tell me about it. It's okay. Just don't tell me about it. I know exactly what dolphin experiment you're talking about. Ball knowledge. Unfortunate ball knowledge. I know someone whose last name is phallic. Also, I was saying thinking about thinking is kind of like philosophy. Potentially. That's a fire last name, bro. That's a fire last name. Philosophy. I swim in the Red Sea a lot, and the dolphins are more of a danger than the tiger sharks. Oh my goodness gracious. What do they do? Are dolphins violent? This whole time, the only reason Kiwi has been interested in psychology is because it reminds her of peanuts. What are we saying, bro? What are we saying? Philosophy. Logic is always what? Logic is always piled up with philosophy. Are you saying like they're intertwined? That I can understand, but isn't logic way more black and white and objective than philosophy? That's what I don't like about philosophy. I hate subjectivity and ambiguity. I love when things are black and white. To be fair, in captivity, it isn't really the dolphins' fault at all. They do mentally / psychologically horribly in captivity. Very notorious. Oh, you're saying like when dolphins are in captivity, they do very poorly. See? Dolphins are sick creatures. Yeah, a lot of dolphins are fucked up. Nurse sharks for the win. Albert Einstein in the chat with us. I like seahorses, they're the M-preg. Did you guys hear that my boyfriend got pregnant? WDev, he's expecting. I'm so happy for him. M-preg seahorse. Do you believe in Bigfoot? No. Hello, Coke Zero lover. Okay, tangent. How can anybody like Coke? Like, I can't wrap my head around it. Coca-Cola does not taste good. It has like 50 billion grams of sugar. It's just like horrible for you. Like you're drinking sewage. Doesn't even taste that good. Well, how does Coke get sales? Like how do they sell bottles of liquid? Yo, Twinny Vanilli. Hello, cool gamer. I prefer Pepsi, but when Coke is the thing available, it's alright. See, I just like water. Because it tastes nice. I see. Maybe I'm just autistic. I don't get it. I love when things are black and white. Elaborate. Objective. I don't like ambiguity. I like when there's like clear answer, 1 + 1 = 2. Or like, you know what I really enjoy? Boolean logic. I took a Boolean logic class last year. So fun. Philosophy doesn't have that. Philosophy doesn't have a specific, clear, unambiguous answer. What does unequivocal mean? I remember like a year ago I was trying to expand my vocabulary and I had these flashcards and unequivocal was one of the words on there, but I forgot what it meant. Posture check. Well, congrats you guys. Thank you, Sino. I appreciate it. Coke is so fucking basic. I would only take cherry Coke. I hate how the corn syrup gets stuck to your teeth. That sounds so nasty. Right? Like if I want a drink that tastes good, I'm just gonna go for some fruit juice. Coke is so disgusting, but Mexican Coke is good. Oh, that makes sense, because don't they use the OG ingredients more so? Like cane sugar and shit? I'm drinking 0 sugar Coca-Cola, so it's 99% water. I gave a tip on your latest YouTube video about what to do if the boyfriend's birth results in an Eraserhead situation. What's that? What is Eraserhead situation? Wait, My Hero reference? Eraserhead? Am I remembering correctly? Is that his name? Genuinely, our off-brand Coke called Crystal tastes better than Coke and Pepsi. I believe you. Water drinker certified. Yo, shout out water drinkers, bro. Water is underappreciated in 2026. Normal Coke doesn't do that good in the US, if I remember correctly. Doesn't surprise me. It just tastes gross. It tastes gross, and it has the worst macros ever. Like not macros. The nutritional profile. Actually like drinking sewage. Boolean logic, hell yeah, it's so fun. Oh my gosh, holy ball knowledge. Holy ball knowledge, Oman. We all love Boolean logic, and then Retro comes on to say Boolean homework. Bro said I like water because it tastes good. Alright, multicellular organism. Who up booling it? I love Boolean logic. Hell yeah, Sharky. I don't think psychology is black and white either. That's correct, Kasane Taro, but it is. Psychologists strive to base all of their information in facts, whether that be biological, which I would say is one of the most black and white approaches, where you're literally mapping it to parts in the brain, or based on research, which is also, in my opinion, from what I understand, more straightforward in black and white than philosophy. Philosophy just, to me, seems miserable. Every time I hear a philosophical discussion, it's just like, Diet Coke is greater than water any day. Alright. Hey, we're all entitled to our own opinions, even if they're questionable. I don't know. I like when there's no clear answer and it's up to you. See, I don't like that. I don't like that. Coke is different in the UK. It doesn't have corn syrup. That sounds better. There's like 100 different brands of cola-flavored drinks, and everyone has a preference. I don't think anything is black and white. What about 1 + 1 = 2? OG ingredient. Cocaine, yay! No, I don't mean the cocaine. The other stuff. The US is like the only place where they use corn syrup instead of sugar. Of course, bro. Of course. Oh my gosh. Did you guys hear about that one lawsuit where I think it was the FDA was trying to put in place some boundaries, some restrictions on what is required in a food product in order for it to be labeled as healthy? Saying like, you have to have these certain things, these certain criteria met. You have to have, I think it was less than 2.5 grams of added sugar per serving. And some big cereal company, I want to say it was Kellogg, sued them, claiming that it violated free speech for the corporation. Yeah, we want to say that this unhealthy sludge is healthy. And if you don't let us do that, then you're limiting our free speech. Oh. I saw that in a Moist Critical video. It had me giggling. What do you mean a corporation is suing something like the FDA for free speech because they can't call Lucky Charms healthy? Yeah, average America moment, bro. It's times like this that I consider moving to Europe. It's times like this. Of course, it's America, right? Actually disgusting. I am so disappointed in the dietary sphere of America. What's it called? Food and drink. It's actually disgusting. Have you heard those stories where some American will travel to Europe on vacation and they'll just like drink and smoke the whole time, but they'll lose 10 pounds and their skin will clear up? Bro, it's times like this when I consider moving to Europe. Anti-American rhetoric, let's go. Bro. Oh, Shota Aizawa. That's exactly who I was talking about. Thank you for catching that reference. Favorite fanboy? My boyfriend. Hello, Z-Black. Good night, Racco. Hey, chat, drinking water because kidney stones, just got back from hospital. What? Are you okay, twin? Sometimes I remember that kidney stones are a thing and then I chug water. Don't mind me. Water is awesome. You can just like go to the beach and drink the ocean. Yo, I don't think that's a good idea. A philosophical/logical discussion when someone has more infos than the other by a huge margin. It sounds like a monkey and Albert Einstein take an IQ test. What? Blap, 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 blap. Wait, didn't we have the same conversation, perhaps word for word? Pre-recorded stream. No, just because I like talking about it, because I'm autistic. Kidney stones are terrifying. Pinky up. Okay, I drink with my pinky up. I don't know why, it's fun, it's fun. Sue me. Sue me. Lyndon, I hope you get better soon, twin. That sounds terrible. I've never had any sort of pebble in my kidneys, I don't think. Wow, twin. Kiwi thinks she's British. Oh. Oh, it's reflex. Okay. Favorite femboy besides yours? I don't really have any. I only like my boyfriend. You're preparing for Europe with that pinky up etiquette. That's correct. I wouldn't survive in Europe though, because like, don't they not have a lot of AC? Although I've heard this from somebody that traveled there like 20 to 30 years ago, so it could be different. But I heard that some areas of Europe don't use AC. And so it just gets hot during the hotter seasons. I would not live. No AC still. Alright, bro. Alright. I don't even live up in neither America or Europe, but you'd never catch me in Europe. But like, the food is good. The food is good. Like, yes, the AC sucks, and Europe has its problems, but the food is good. My partner is in Scotland and wants to get out with how transphobic it is. Okay, I'm gonna seem stupid, but where's Scotland? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go to NYC, they have the same food but America. Bro. The food is so low quality. Go to NYC, they said. You know, my diet is just like really bad. And it contains so many harmful ingredients. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to NYC so I can consume even more harmful ingredients. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay. They lose like 700,000 people a year to heat waves? What? Oh my goodness. What? The US has like the best cuisine because we have everything. No, but like, we have a lot of food, but our ingredients are shit. If I recall correctly, again, I'm literally just going off the top of my head, off my memory, so I could be completely wrong. But if I recall correctly, the FDA, or like the United States Food Regulator, operates on a system of you can't use these things, but if it's not on this list, then you can use it. So it's like, these are literally proven to be dangerous and you cannot put them in food, but literally anything that's not on this list you can use. Whereas, if I recall correctly, a lot of European places, it's the opposite. They have a list of stuff that you can use. And if it's not on that list, you can't use it. Because in the US, we're using so much harmful shit that is banned in Europe. I want to be able to eat, like, to not think about what I'm eating, and then also not get a ton of acne and gain weight as a result. They don't for the most part due to houses being old and it not being needed. ACs would have to be retrofitted. Oh. See, because, like, I agree that the US has a lot of food, and some of it's good, but if you actually want to be healthy, then you need to really lock the fuck in. You need to really lock the fuck in. Also, didn't Cisco recently acquire like the second biggest restaurant ingredient provider? I love monopolies. I'm not talking about the harmful ingredients, but the food is fucking amazing. Oh, that I believe. But see, I'm so anal about health, especially about my diet. So I couldn't, it would be eating me alive if I ate however I wanted to. The way we formulate food is shit. Yeah, I believe you, Sino. As an Australian who once ate a Tootsie Roll, I knew that American was destined to fall. None of us like Tootsie Rolls either, yeah, bro. There's a legal amount of rat feces allowed in chocolate. That's awesome. Yippee! Second burger done, and it's also a banger. I'm so jealous. Scotland is a country which makes up the landmass known as Great Britain. Oh, the other countries are England and Wales. Oh. When Britain is added to the Northern Ireland, you get the United Kingdom. How did I never know this? Wow. Getting high on stamps. What? Isn't there like 1.2 calories in a stamp? You know when you have to lick it to put the stamp on? I mean, that's just the amount of contaminants allowed. That is a fun fact, thank you. Wait, what? Fun fact, stamps are monitored by the FDA because some stamps have to be licked to activate the glue. Yeah, that's what I heard, and there's like a tiny amount of calories. That's awesome. You know, it'd be really fun to go through the FDA website, if possible, and just look at some of the contaminant limitations. Like, you can have 1.5 rat feces per pound of chocolate type shit. Fuck America, unregulated food companies, let's talk about US walkability. Well, like, both of those things are issues. Both of those things. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting Britain is what the group is called. I always use it synonymously with England. Me too! Wait, what? I thought that Great Britain and the UK and England were all the same thing. Did you get bitten by a dog? Yes. His name is Dev. American, duh. What? If I recall correctly, that's mostly just because if you required 0, it would require like an impractical amount of measurement tech. Why? Why would it be so hard to just not have rat feces in chocolate? Never eating chocolate again. Okay. Hello, Shatling. Hello, 404 Twin. How are you doing today on a scale from 1 to 10? 1 being terrible, 10 being amazing, be honest. Do you guys like my teddy bear? I like this teddy bear. It's like, it's taking the place of a Haj right now. I want a Haj so bad. But once again, I don't have one. You know what I could do? If I ever need something from IKEA, then I could get a Haj. Because the problem is, Haj is $30, and you need to spend $35 in order to get shipping. And there are no IKEAs near me. England is a country on the island of Great Britain, which is part of the UK. Bro. Does anyone else really struggle with processing information that is written? I really struggle with written instructions, written information. Anything that's complex in the slightest in Word format, I just can't comprehend. I have to see it or do it. 3, it's too hot to sleep tonight and my fan broke. I'm sorry to hear that, 404. It's easy to not have rat feces, but it's really hard to verify that there are absolutely 0 traces. Oh, okay. Okay. Gang, can we go blow high shopping? Sweetie Pepper, I really wanted to make a sort of vlog where we go shopping for a Haj. That does sound really fun. I'm just thinking, like, am I okay with doxing my general vicinity? Because like I said, there's not really an IKEA close to me, but there is an IKEA, like, within 10 billion miles of me, and that would reveal my rough location. So it's like, is it worth it? I don't know. I just got 2 army recruitment ads for the Royal Marines. Twitch doesn't get me. One time I bought 4 Hajes so I could bring 3 to my friends in New Zealand who couldn't get them. That's so kind of you. No, but I feel like that's kind of an oversimplification. For example, a lot of people say Red 40 is banned in Europe, but it's actually under a name like E129. Really? Really? Well, I still think that European food is good. I don't know, I'm of course not using the most trustworthy sources. For example, one of the sources I'm using is Dev, my boyfriend. He went to Germany once and he was telling me the food was so amazing and it felt wonderful, like he felt better after eating it. I don't know, like, I believe you, Reflex, but also I still completely believe that American food is shit and that we don't have enough limitations in place. Because it's very difficult to measure to a point where you can be sure there's no contamination whatsoever. Oh, our food is made in giant warehouse factories and traveled through multiple regions. Some contamination is inevitable. Icky. Gross. Yes, I can't even read. Oh, God. Only if someone is watching me reading. Oh, God. Geography lessons right here going crazy. Yeah, they're going so crazy. We're all learning so much, right, guys? Me and you, right, guys? IKEA vlog. Yeah, that's what I want to do. It just sounds so fun. Kiwi is scared that I will swat her. Okay. In like 1707, the Queen of England died without an heir, so the King of Scotland took the throne, and so they became 2 countries under 1 ruler. How do you know this? I would advertise against any sort of self-doxing, even for an IKEA video. See, that's kind of what I'm thinking. The only thing that's like making me reconsider is, again, the nearest IKEA is so far away that it wouldn't be telling shit. But I'm still like, do I want to reveal my general vicinity? Even though it's super far away. And like, trust me, I'm American, so when we say it's far away, we mean it. Like, I'm driving in a car type far away. European food is definitely better than US food for health. That makes sense. I buy that. One thing about Europe is they don't wash the eggs, though. Is that bad? Red 40 deserves to be banned, bro. That shit gives me a headache. Agreed. Why is it not banned? Reflex just said it's also not banned in Europe, hello? Does anyone care about our health? Do the people in positions of power care about our health? I feel like all IKEAs look the same once you're inside, so as long as you don't film outside, I think you might be okay. Rainbow will still be able to find you, though. That's a good point, Sweetie Pepper, but the way that I see it is, like, there's always going to be a 0.01% chance that I could get doxxed. Like, somebody could figure out what location that is. So I just assume the worst. I feel like that's a healthy mindset to have. You look like a person who wants to talk about psychology. How did you know? So yeah, Sweetie Pepper, I always approach it from the perspective of somebody's going to know where this is. Like, this is going to be public information, my location. I would never go somewhere and try to be sneaky with my filming and just assume that nobody will figure out where it is. I would rather be safe. Eat some pumpernickel and ham for breakfast. What in God's green earth is pumpernickel? I swear I've only heard that in like a nursery rhyme. This is not a negative. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what? I'm pretty sure I get eggs from a farmer's market type thing. And I don't think those are washed either. I mean, I like rinse them before using them, but doesn't not washing the eggs do something that's not negative? Can you tell that I don't know shit about cooking or food? Kiwi, I'm pretty sure you've already said your general location before, but I get it if you don't want to advertise that to the whole internet. Yeah, type shit. Europe doesn't have salmonella. What? What? German food out of any country had the most bland-ass food. They eat so much fucking bread. Okay, that I can't stand. I don't like bread. I don't like bread. Honestly, no, I don't care. What? Oh my... What? What? Thank you so much, Banui. Holy moly! Bro just pulls up and instantly gives to everyone? Oh my gosh! Wow, thank you so much, Twin. W Banui. W Banui, immediately. Promptly. Thank you so much, Twin. The GOAT is here. I will say America definitely does have extremely good food. We've also had pretty significant impact on international cuisine. I think everything has nuance. Finding an even further IKEA could work. True. What if I just go on like a 4-hour drive? I feel like internet safety is very okay to be paranoid about. Yeah. Because of all the crazy MFs out there. Yeah. Agreed. I mean, wash them before you eat them, but beforehand it doesn't matter. Okay, Sino, that's what I do. Banui, thank you so much, Twin. Hold on. This calls for a celebration. You don't like bread? It's okay. Golden Kappa train incoming. Can we at least get a blow-high unboxing from the safety of your little soundproof room? Yes. Europe doesn't have salmonella because they eradicated the disease. Wow. Oh my goodness. To be honest, I'm probably too chill about internet safety. You and me both. I have publicly said my state in many Twitch chats. Aw, thank you for the sub. Where's the haircut? Yo, Mari. I cut my hair. Well, you guys wouldn't really notice a difference because I never wear my hair down. So you just see a poof on the top. And even after a haircut, it's still a poof on the top. Okay. Oh my goodness, what? 1,000 bits? Gay bits at that? Banui, I had my alert box turned off because I was filming. Wait, I'll do it myself. Bring! Where Jace and Misty? Wait, Banui cheered 1,000 bits. Where Jace and Misty? Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Did I do a good job? I'm auditioning to become the text-to-speech for Twitch. Be honest. Be honest. Reflex says, Kiwi, you better hide your location, because once you reveal it, it's on site. Alright, Reflex. Okay. Who is Golden Kappa and where is his train? See, the reason I'm so paranoid about internet safety is because of people like Reflex. Actually, just because of Reflex specifically. Baba Booey. I hate you, Kiwi. Okay. L Kiwi text-to-speech. I'm gonna reintroduce Salmonella to Europe. Wait, that's such a fire bar. That's such a fire bar. That was so epic. Thank you, Sino. I've been working on it. Europe doesn't have Salmonella. It's made up by big cooking. Where is the alert? It's literally on, brother. Sweetie Pepper, thank you so much, Twin. W Sweetie Pepper. Oh my gosh! Gifted a sub to Germa's evil doppelganger. Holy fire? Why did it not do an alert? Hello? My alerts are on. Alright. Hey Charlie, did you get your trombone already? I don't even have my hair down. Why are you calling me Charlie? Yeah, it still hasn't arrived. What a shame, what a shame. Kiwi, I better not see you in the threshold of New York City uninvited. You will be eradicated. What did I do, bro? What did I do? Okay. Impressive. You said, do you have an ears? Yes, I do. I do have ears. That may come as a surprise. That may come as a surprise. But I do, in fact, have ears. You didn't do anything. That's just New York. True, true. Germa's evil doppelganger. So Kiwi. Thank you, Fat Steel. I take that as a compliment. Meow! Meow! W Pepper, W Banui, W everyone. So. I should have known Germa would have an evil doppelganger. It's so obvious. I like how the alert finally shows up for the 5 gifted. Okay. The 5 bits, I mean. Where was it hiding this whole time? Ba-bing! That's an AI. My ears are not AI generated. They are real. Is Charles evil Kiwi twin? Are you saying is Moist Critical my evil twin? If so, yes. Anyone who goes there immediately explodes. Wait, you have double pairs of ears. Bro, what? Yo, bro, I just have one ear. There's just one here. Like, what are we talking about? Benui not goat, by the way. So we're lying. Kiwi, if you go to NYC, I will go back to my parents' house to protect you. Thank you, Oman. I appreciate the positivity, twin. Yeah, it's not even because anyone here has some vendetta against me. It's just because when you go into New York, you automatically get eradicated. That's just the way it works. It's just the way the cookie crumbles in those parts. Kiwi is so evil germa-coded. Thank you, I think? Thank you? I see 2 ears, not 1.
Love, Jace.
Whoa. Thank you for the 500 gay florps, Benui. Oh my goodness. Where is Jace? Somebody get Jace up in here. Somebody ping Jace right now. Where is she? Where is she? Benui, thank you so much, twin. Thank you for the follow, Michelle. W. Benui. Can Kiwi don the puppy ears? Oh my goodness. See, I've learned that I can wear my cat ears and I can just face them downwards, so it turns into puppy ears. La 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 la. Well, well, well. If it ain't John Kiwi Draws. Funny seeing you here, miss. Let me turn my volume up. So I can actually hear when things happen. Okay. I missed the bathtub car. Me too, actually. It's been so long since we've had the bathtub cat on screen. What was I reading? AI generated? The tech bros won't like that. Bro, my ears are not AI generated. I have 2 normal ears. Wait, Kiwi, what does the shirt say? Things you can buy with $100. And then it's a list. Wait, I'm following you? I went to follow you and it said I'm already followed. I don't think I've ever been here before. Do I have dementia? I'm not sure, Ghoul. I'm not sure. Ghoul? Ghoul? It kind of seems like I'm not a native English speaker just because I'm so bad at talking. Buddy of mine went to NYC and got turned into a fine mist.
No, I meant that you said gender-rated instead of generated. I was joking.
Oops. Speaking of me not being fluent in English, thank you for the florps, twin. I appreciate it. Did I actually say gender-rated? I promise that I'm fluent in English. I'm a native speaker. Wait, am I actually going insane? What the fuck is going on? Your unconscious mind followed Kiwi before realizing. Yeah, you were sleepwalking and you actually followed me while unconscious. What's it called? Somebody help me out. What's it called when you sleepwalk? The scientific name? OMG, I think I have the same ears as you? Really? You probably do. Are you fluent in Arabic yet? No. Not even close. Now, what is the psychological effect of this? What's the psychological effect of following www.twitch.tv/KiwiDraws? Somnamophilia. Wait, no. Isn't that the fetish? I could be wrong. La la la. 2 normal ears. Gang, you're an elf, bro. Oh my gosh, I want to get those like pointy ears. Shout out Lord of the Rings. I would be an elf. The only language I'm fluent in is gibberish type shit, bro. That's what I'm saying. Tongue, Sahur. Thank you, Sharky. I appreciate it. Hamoud? Hey, shout out Habibi Hamoud. Top 1 song of all time. Kiwi, can we please see the return of the wet car bath gif? Oh my goodness. How's this? There we go. I'm fluent in like 300 languages, dude. Oh, that's nothing. I'm fluent in 400. Somnambulism. Oh, yeah. Somnambulism. Fully, like, esoteric word. Bro, that would go crazy. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you so much, Hunt for the Cunt. Oh, we are all hunting for the cunt, me and you. Thank you so much, Twin. Goodness gracious! Why are we so generous and kind today? Thank you! Habibi Hamoud. Wow. What? W Hunt for the Cunt? W Banui. Oh my goodness gracious. And it got held for misogyny. I'm allowing it. Play the song? I can't. Unfortunately. I have to manually approve the W's because they can't say cunt. Yeah, it happens every time Hunt for the Cunt donates something. Every single message has to be manually approved. W Hunt for the Cunt. W Banui. Thank you so much, twins. Thank you so much. WC word. or W Hunt. Or HFTC. For short. I think I'm onto something. Thank you so much, twins. Thank you, twins. I appreciate it. You guys are so generous. Thank you. Look at this. How does this make you feel? Mod cunt this and cunt that. See, this side is angry, but it's pink, and I like pink better. And I wish that this side was wait. I wish that this side was a frown, and then this side was happy, because I like pink, but I don't like the frown. You know what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? I like when the octopus is happy, not angry. Me too, Hunt for the Cunt. See, because look at how cute it is. Look at how wholesome it is. Head scritches. Oh my, another sub. Holy moly, thank you so much, Banui. Why is it not giving you alerts? Hello? Is it not? Thank you so much, Twin. Oh my god. They've gifted 109 gift subs. Thank you so much, Twin. Rip out the octopus face and replace it like the mom from Coraline. Oh my goodness. That would leave it looking terrifying. I would never do that to my baby. It makes me feel like I have a better one. I almost missed that because Twitch gave me an army ad that lasted for 5 seconds that just said, football is important. And then it gave up and tried to sell me high heels. Oh, you're talking about what coding languages you're fluent in? I'm fluent in Python. Who else likes Python, be honest? I always feel shy telling people that my favorite language is Python because I feel like it's high-key embarrassing. Because you have people being fluent in all these cool languages. Like my boyfriend, knowing assembly, and then I'm over here like, I know Python. And it's the only language that I'm fluent in. But it's so awesome. I love Python. Can you try and sew a happy face? Yeah, see, I don't trust myself. I don't trust my sewing skills. Ever since you've done the teddy bear stream, I have to have my stuffy around me at all times now when I'm in my room. That's so awesome. I love having a stuffy to just hold while I stream. That's why I really want a Haj, because this one is nice and it's fun to cuddle, but it's not big enough. Like I need more weight. I need more mass. This, when I'm hugging it, I'm basically hugging myself. Look at my new badge. Oh. What? No, that's Aura. No, that's Aura. W Banui. Favorite language is Python. It's still cool because you have a favorite language and many people don't. Thank you, Twin. I appreciate it. I know some other trans women who code and they have joked about Python when it's the main thing I know, and I feel a burning shame. That's me. There's nothing wrong with Python, though. There's nothing wrong with Python. It's a very nice language. Very useful. Isn't it one of the most commonly used languages as well? It's just easier to understand than some of the others. Like assembly. Shout out Brainfuck, though. Shout out Brainfuck. One of the languages of all time. Bro needs a weighted plushie. You might be autistic, twin. Oh my god. Okay. That actually sounds so awesome. Oh my gosh. Imagine a Hajj, but then you make it weighted, like you put beans in it or something. And it's a weighted Hajj. Imagine that. Like a Hajj, but it's weighted. That'd be so awesome. And it's big and cuddly, and it's I'm autistic. What's Hajj? Blowhigh. It is the shark plushie from IKEA. Its name means something like shark, blue shark, I don't know, in a different language. And I also don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce it properly, but I think it's something like blowhigh. The better language is the blocks you put together. I've coded little mini games with those. Oh, Scratch. Scratch is one of the languages of all time. Tungsten Tungsten blowhigh. That'd be so fire. Filling a blowhigh with tungsten. Imagine you have a Hajj and it's like 50 pounds. Oh my goodness gracious. Shout out Brainfuck. Sign out. W Hajj spin. Shout out Brainfuck. I love Brainfuck so much. In high school, I wrote a whole calculator in it. I had to write a custom flavor with memory address pointers to do it because I lost track of memory. Oh my gosh. You're smart and it scares me. Can you get an official autism diagnosis from UQuiz? Hopefully. I should... Remind me, I should look for some autism quizzes on UQuiz. I should look for that. Because I always take are you gay quizzes, are you lesbian, what gender? But I think I've only taken like 1 or 2 autism quizzes. Which is surprising, because that's like my thing. That's one of the things that I'm most interested in. I need to take more autism quizzes. I tried to learn Z80 assembly in order to make an 8-bit game for my childhood computer, the ZX Spectrum. Not sticking so far. Good luck, twin. That sounds very difficult. I believe in you, though. Also, welcome in Cursed JPEG. Shouldn't it be pronounced high if it's blowhigh? Yeah, but I've spoken to a couple professionals, also known as trans femmes, and they said it's okay if I just say Hajj. Because when I see Hajj, I can't say high. I can put in the effort to see blah Hajj and say blowhigh. If I just see Hajj, I'm saying Hajj. I think that's accepted by the public. Do you off? Show you off. How's that, Zeglina? Scratch is unironically one of the best ways to learn code. Agreed. Especially for kids. Like, if you want to get into coding, but you're young and you're still dumb, Scratch is a really nice way to dip your toes in. That's what I did. I'm not good at coding, but it helped to be familiar with how coding works. Roll of the D. You know what I've always liked? That heavy lead vest they put on me at the dentist. Me too, twin. Me too. No. Ball knowledge. Real and life vests. Life vests are kind of lightweight though. I don't know. It could go either way. First question on the autism quiz. Do you watch Kiwi Draws? I passed my autism test without even studying. Hell yeah, twin. I'm proud of you. I should make an autism quiz for UQuiz. Wait, that'd be so fire. Blowhigh plushies often turn up at trans get-togethers here in London trans circles, and I'm always pleased to see them. I think at least one was at a German techno trans plus nightclub I went to last weekend, where I kept bumping into people I knew. Wait, so like you'll go to a club and they'll just have Hajjes all over the place? Wait, that's awesome. There are literal geniuses in the chat, and I'm out here talking about wanting to fill a Hajj with estrogen. That's how I feel, though. That's how I feel. Literally how I feel. They're light, but it feels great if you pull the straps too tight. That's true. Not for long, though. I don't like wearing life vests for too long, but for like a short amount of time, they feel really nice. I agree. No, I'm just autistic as fuck. A lot of the stuff I've done is a lot simpler than it sounds. You just need to spend a while understanding the language. If you're learning brainfuck and writing stuff using brainfuck, I think you might be a genius. Hello, Tuna Alert. How are you doing, twin? I love life vests because they're like a hug and I'm touch-starved. Fire? Fuck, how do I get the DLC? Trans Plus? It's a term that some people use for events that are mainly for trans people, but also include NBs and other people. Oh. You're studying just by being you. Studying what? Introvert and autism both have similar meaning in Arabic to each other, which confuse me. Because what is autism compared to introvert? That's interesting. I mean, autistic people will often struggle more with social cues, social interactions, and they might be conditioned by bad social experiences to retract themselves and to not be as courageous and extroverted. Hello, Screeching Banshee. So at least in my experience, I can see a somewhat correlation between being introverted and autism. Because in my experience, I sometimes have perceived myself as awkward. And because of it, I get worried about going into new social situations, and it might appear as me being introverted. Just because I'm used to being awkward or not really knowing what to say, or I can force it, and I can mask, and I can seem normal, but it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of effort. What are you studying? Studying for the autism test? Oh. Oh, you're right, you are studying for the autism test by watching this stream. Yeah, the Arabic name of autism is hella confusing. Interesting. Hello, Lurking. First question of the... Thank you for the... Bring! See, I did the sound myself, because for some fucking reason the alert box isn't working. Bunui, thank you so much for the sub, twin. Thank you very much. And it went to the Goat Tuna alert. W Bunui. W Bunui. W Bunui once more. Thank you, Hunt, for this. I did, Bunui, they're on. La la la. Thank you, twin. I really want to scream for like no reason, but people are asleep so I can't and it's making me mad. I mean sad. Someone made a whole web server in the version with syscalls. What? Oh, you guys are talking about smart stuff. Whoa! Yeah, no, I'm not part of this conversation. Okay. Autism in Arabic is called tuwahad, which means isolation. Isolation? Wait, that's so interesting. And sad. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but like, that's sad. I'm always really awkward in social situations. I have to mask and pretend I'm just really dull, because if I don't, I end up making bizarre jokes that no one understands. I once put off someone who was interested in me romantically at the bar when I made some weird reference to them, and they said they had to nip off to the bathroom. They did not return. I'm sorry to hear that, twin. I too am awkward. I've been trying to teach myself how to be more normal, and a lot of it just comes from being more courageous. Because it went like, I didn't know I was autistic. I had some less than savory experiences with socializing, so I got really shy. And now, even though I could fare well in conversation and be like relatively fine and friendly and normal, I'm just so shy that I don't say anything. So I'm having to condition myself to actually talk. Thank you for the follow, Roll of the D. See, what? Why is it... Hello? Why is it working for some things and not others? Okay. So, now I'm just in a process of reteaching myself that I'm allowed to talk and that I'm allowed to take up space. La 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 la. W Banui. W Tuna Alert. Twitch is tweaking. Well, this is actually Streamlabs, unsurprisingly. Common Streamlabs L. Thank you, Sharky, for unfollowing me and refollowing. I appreciate it, twin. Everyone has a sub? Oh my gosh. Wait, I'm gonna put on sub-only chat. Subscribers-only chat. Look, nothing's gonna change. Right? Nothing's gonna change because everyone's a sub. Right? Right? I split my stat points wrong, and now I'm passively dull in IRL conversations as well as online, but I didn't spec hard enough into either. Anyone who joins new is crying. Let me turn it off. Emote only? Emote only? Review recent raids. Oh, I forgot I can raid people. Wait, I should find a random person to raid after this. That'd be kind of fun. Should we find somebody to raid? I've never done this before. Losers only typing emotes. This guy's evil. I'm turning off emote only. This guy's a tyrant. La 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 la. W. Look at the little emotes flying in the corner. Aren't they so cute? Look at them. There have been so many times I've misclicked and have unsubbed from someone on whatever platform, and then I panic and I have to resub double quick. You mean like on YouTube, right? Because I feel like unsubbing on Twitch would be really hard to do because it costs money. Thank you for the follow, Sleepy For You. Might be good to do followers only at some point, actually. I don't really care. If we start having a huge issue with, like, bots and bad actors, then maybe. But for now, it's fine. Kiwi raid someone random. Okay, we should find someone to raid. What's going on Twitch? We should raid Dev's IRL house. Okay. You should add the gif of the rat cleaning itself. Get Twitch ad fee free for free. No. I could raid iShowSpeed. Oh my gosh! Thank you, Banui! Oh my, Banui sent one person that didn't have a sub and just instantly gifted. W Banui, thank you so much, twin. Only half of my chats would go through because I am Schrodinger's follower. Everyone has sub again. Thank you so much, Banui. W Banui, as always. All sorts of things. Maybe not sub on here, but follows and stuff. Oh. I raided my girlfriend's house yesterday. Stole her chocolate because I'm evil. Type shit. Feel free to stay in chat for after stream party. Oh, wait. You know what I also wanted to try? There's this thing called credits, and I've seen that Germa does it. But I've never done it before. Credits. Maybe we'll do that instead of raiding today. Maybe next time we can raid. Game capture, video capture, blah 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 blah. Video capture, blah 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 blah. Where's credits? Oh, here it is. Roll credits at the end of your broadcast. Credits. I added it. How do I make it go? I just added credits right here, but I don't see anything. What's going on? Oh, maybe it's after I end the stream. Like maybe the credits roll when I hit end stream. Maybe? Oh, I'm super late and the stream is almost over. Hello, twin. Greetings. La 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 la. Thank you so much, Banui. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Another person pulls up. No sub. Banui spots it, instantly gifts. Thank you so much, twin. Credits for production. Kiwi for acting. Kiwi for video production. Kiwi for lighting. Kiwi for editing. Yeah, is it that type of credits? Please, please. Ladies. Yeah, I'm a bit of an actor. What can I say? I have not heard you talk about psychology the whole time. True. This happens quite frequently. You know, one day I'll lock in and I'll have like an actual plan of things to talk about. Oh, Banui already has over 100. They have 112 gift subs. Holy moly. Imagine sliding in the server just to get a sub. Yeah. Imagine you pull up to a stream for the first time and boom, sub. W Banui. There will never be a subless stream with Banui. Very true. Kiwi's script writing is pretty good. It's how I follow along the pre-recorded streams. Alright, Mist. Okay. But Banui for funding. Maybe the actual meaning of psychology is to just talk about trying to learn assembly and discussing blowhigh. I agree. You know, psychology is a really abstract term if you think about it. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to... Look, it's the kitty! I'm gonna end stream and I'm gonna see if the credits roll, and if they don't, I'm gonna be really sad. Okay? Okay. Maybe psychology was the friends we made along the way. I agree. Okay, I'm ending stream. I'm ending stream. Let me know if the credits work. Okay? It's gonna be Banui Banui Banui. I've never seen this before. I'm excited. What is it gonna do? Goodbye.